How are you? Uh, a couple of months ago, I did a video in which we were praying, and God was talking about people in the Free State who are planning something for national significance. And God said that it's a small group of people in the Free State that God is going to use for the whole country of South Africa. I thought that the Lord was only speaking in the context of ANC politics. But when the Holy Spirit speaks, He covers a lot of things, even things that you are not thinking of at that time. So it has come to my attention that one of the most pivotal things that is happening in the Free State is what the MEC of Free State is doing, Mr. Tembani Ngandisa. They are talking in Free State about uh, making the Free State to become a food basket for the whole country, for food security, for national. Remember that prayer we were praying for Free State so that they can have national significance or national help of some sort. So God wasn't really specific on what it is that He was talking about. So it has just come to my attention because I've been trying to figure out what is happening in the Free State that is national, and it seems like the MEC there is helping a lot of farmers. So I think the pilot project in Free State can be copied by other MECs around the country, to see what Mr. Tembani is doing there. They're helping farmers acquire land, they're helping them with business plans up to the point whereby they actually make profit as farmers. And this is a good land reform program, not the one whereby you just give people black people land from white people, and they don't even know what to farm, and they've got no business acumen towards that. But the MEC in the Free State is actually helping where the help must go in actually training people and developing people into proper farmers who can ensure food security in the country. Getting people who are interested in farming, and then equipping them, not just giving people land for the sake of the political cosmetics. Look at Zimbabwe. The land program in Zimbabwe failed because the giving of the land had no strategic direction. It was just for political reasons, just to make a political statement that we, the black people, took land from white people and then do what with it. Understand? You see, Zimbabwe, which was a food basket for Africa, is now a basket case in Africa, even though the black people there have got all the land. But there was no program of nurturing the people that were to receive land, to teach them the business aspect of it and support from the government with a clear intention of creating a situation where we've got national food security in Zimbabwe. Therefore, the land reform program was a failure, still is a failure today. I maintain that it is a failure. Okay. Well, you might politically argue that yes, land belongs to blacks, but what is the use of owning something that you cannot use? In fact, instead, it becomes a curse to you unless you really know how to develop it. So I see Tembane Ngandisa, the MEC in the Free State, is doing a great job for black people by actually getting the right black people in the land. You don't just want to give black people land, but you want the right black people to farm. And whoever is black and they want to get into farming, they must go through these channels of help where you are actually developed into a profitable farmer, useful farmer, not just getting land for political reasons and just screaming and making noise. Hey, Mandela gave us land for nonsense. To understand? So I think because I think that is what God was talking about 2 months ago when we were praying for the Free State. I believe maybe God is going to show me something more, but I believe that this is one of the things that was talking about what the Holy Spirit was talking about when he was speaking about the Free State planning something which is national. For I know that in the heart of God, he wants to bless South Africans, the black South Africans, with farmland that is currently in the hands of white people. I've seen it, I've seen this thing for the past 15 years. God has been showing me this thing for the past 15 years. I remember one time I was in a train from Johannesburg to Cape Town. As I entered the Western Province, the Western Cape Province, the green part, with the farming there is very green. The Spirit of God was just speaking to me the whole way. I think there's 3 hours. I think from the last tunnel in Cape Town going to the Cape Town station. There's a lot of farms there. I think it's after Ceres, somewhere around there, Didorans going all the way. And the Lord was ministering to me that this is where the black people are going to live. They're gonna get that land, they're gonna do this and that. That was like maybe 2007. 2007, 2008. It was a long time ago. And ever since that, year after year, the Lord is always talking to me about this, giving the land to the black people. And there's an orderly way of doing it, a holy way of doing it. First of all, themselves, the black people, need to be developed. You see, God is very orderly, it's not chaotic. The black people themselves have to be developed. So I say now, as we're praying 2 months ago about Free State, now I recognize that the Holy Spirit was actually talking about partly, maybe there is more to it than just that, because the Lord, when he speaks, he can speak about 10 different things using one thing. So one of them I recognize is what the MEC Tembane Ngandisa, I believe, is doing, yeah, there in the Eastern Cape. And I know that it ties into this theme that God has been showing more over more than a decade, that there is a land reform, but then it's going to be ordered. And I think that if the South Africans do it right, you will not have the chaos that happened in Zimbabwe, because the land reform, it shouldn't have this it shouldn't have politics as the front runner. By politics I mean the party politics. Maybe the ANC, we want to have some political mileage by just saying we gave people land, and then by just satisfying the hatred of white people within black people. You understand? Which is very destructive, because you do not want a land reform that has got to do with upsetting the other people, then starting a war and unnecessary wars, when in actual fact we should learn to blend together and become a proper rainbow nation, not a political rainbow nation by political liars who are just thieves who want to steal, but a true rainbow nation that has got to do with people actually moving into the economy. Because you see, in South Africa, the problem that like people have is the fact that they are not included in the economy. It's not really about land only. I always hear Julius Malema in the ANC talking about land. You see, in South Africa, as far as I see it, it's not about land only. Land is a very small part of it. Land for farming has to be given to those who want to actually farm. What people need land for, they need uh, land for housing, and since black people by very nature are subsistence farmers, they need land for their subsistence farming purposes. And then you will have the few that will be commercial farmers. Not everybody is a commercial farmer. What you need in this country actually is the liberalization of the market. I mean, across all sectors, manufacturing sector, banking sector. Banking sector, there's more specifically, that is where you have these monopolies that are controlled by a few people, few individuals, who most of them happen to be white. And if they are black, they are ANC people whom white people have got no choice but to include, so that they can keep the rest of the other whites coloreds, blacks out of the picture. You understand? The white monopoly capital isn't about all white people. It's about a few white people also oppressing the rest of the other white people as well. So you do understand that the oppressor changes. The oppressors are not only white; they are now black as well, and colored and Indian. Why? It's the elite. It's now like an elitist war more than a racial war. The oppressor isn't really married to their race. They actually the white oppressor is strategically using his race or her race, you know, to have the support of fellow whites. But actually, even those fellow whites are actually being destroyed as well. They're actually suffering as well. But then they, in their mind, they are made to think that we are white, so let's support the other whites. But also those other whites are oppressing them. Do you understand? So now the face of the oppressor is not only white, is changing. It's also including Indians, black people, Muslims who are elites in this country. So as a group of elites, they are oppressing the rest of the people. You understand? So you will see that as we're getting now, that's another point I need to say. As we're getting into this global crisis, you will see that with the high inflation and stuff like that, everybody suffers, black, white, colored, whatsoever, except for the elite who are white, black, Muslim, Indian, whatever, because they have joined that elitist group. And therefore, I think what the Lord is doing in the first state is impressive. You know, and think it helps farmers. Doesn't matter whether you're a black farmer or you're a white farmer, whatever, but you want to do farming. You want to be in South African economy. It shouldn't matter what color you are, but it is because you want to participate. You are given the apparatus, to succeed, regardless of your color. You see, so what is attacked is not really black people per se, but what is attacked is the middle class, the poor class across all colors. And it is good for us to distinguish that, so that when we talk about white monopoly capital, it's just a word. Okay, not all of them are white, even though most of them are indeed white, and historically most of them have been white, only exclusively white. But now it is morphing into this dilution of color. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Therefore, the vigilance is actually in fighting the monopoly, whatever color it is, and fighting this systematic enslavement of the whole masses by the few who are on top. Holy is the Lord. My name is Ngobane Zondo. Thank you for watching. This is on the commission, the real one. It doesn't cost a billion.